in 1870, in 1880, in 1889, North Dakota became a state. 1890s, I can't remember what, 94, they created the Dawes Act, where they allotted land out to people to try to divide and conquer us. 1910 was the Homestead Act, where they gave much of our land away to homesteaders. In 1952, we were flooded out of our lands and lost more land, our way of life. And we survived through all of this, with the BIA being our federal government's supposed protector. We should all be proud to be a member of this great nation, this great nation. This great nation that, oh, these little singers here just about made me cry today. This great nation served in every world war, Vietnam, every war that was ever here. And yes, our chairman is right that we have served all the wars, and that the Indian people throughout the United States have served more than any other race of people in the United States per population. Something to be proud of. And why did we do that? We did that for these little ones right here that sang that almost made me cry. Because our veterans fight for our freedoms. They fight for us to be able to have the opportunity to vote. And they give their lives for those freedoms. So I think with today's times, it's very volatile. Ukrainian being invaded by Russia. Putin wants to start a nuclear war. Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, all the people in the southern border trying to get into our great country to enjoy our freedoms. So times are very volatile. But our veterans have always understood that the Lord and the Great Spirit come first, that our families come second, and that our ability to serve, protect, our survivability, our sustainability, and our sovereignty as a people, despite losing 11 million acres. We're blessed to be sitting on tops of billions and billions of dollars worth of resource. And because of that, I believe that's the people's money, that it should go back to the people. But we are not without major problems here. And I think the major problem is no secret. I'm not telling nobody anything that nobody doesn't already know. And that is that drugs is robbing us of our family structure, of our safety, and we've gotten complacent. We're so used to somebody dying from an overdose that we don't even think anything about it anymore. And despite all the things that we're doing, millions and millions and millions of dollars we've invested as a people into trying to get our young free of the drugs. Money don't buy happiness, and money won't buy their health. What will happen is we have to do that. We, as veterans and citizens of this great nation, in order to sustain our survivability and our sovereignty, we have to help the young, not in a time of war of people, but a war on drugs. I've asked all the veterans, and I'm so proud that I just gotta say, Sissy, I love you, Sissy, urban cowboy. And she always says to me, I love you, bud. But Sissy has a very strong sense of duty to her people, a sense of pride and service. I mean, she was a Marine, you guys. I was just a United States Army reservist as a medical supply specialist. Yeah, I did my boot camp, I did my AIT, but I served during a time of peacetime. I never had to go to war, not like Sissy. And she came back. And our paths, the Lord made us bump across each other. And now she's helping us to pay our respects to our veterans. But I told her, in this time of war, we need to help our young. We need to get a junior ROTC together and start helping our young people pay service to this great nation and this great country. And she started it just like that, boom. Give them some pride, something to work for, something to be honored for, to lead out in all of our events. Young people who are willing to go into the service and learn things like I did, and she did, and every one of you veterans that, you know, I still get up and shine my shoes. I still get up and fold my socks and my t-shirts and pull my bed the way we did back in the military. I like, you know, I was a real Gomer Pyle. I fit in just perfect with the military because I'm obsessive compulsive disordered. I like org charts. I like chain of command. Stay in your lane. Because a lot of us back here at home, we don't stay in our lane. We're all over the place and we got damn crisis every day. So I tell my staff, stay in your lane. That's just following rules and regs. Makes things go smoother. Makes you a part of a team. Makes you know that you could sit in a foxhole next to your brother or your sister and know that you're gonna have each other's back. That's the principles, that's the ideas that we must instill into our younger generation behind us. And the veterans are gonna take the lead and create the junior ROTC, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm proud of Sissy for organizing that with our school, because we got schools with guns just 2 days ago, threatened in our high school. We can't have that. That is wrong, and they should know that's wrong. And whoever threatened, whoever did it, needs to be reprimanded and held accountable to. And let everybody know we will not accept that, because that puts the rest of the children in safety, in a non-safe situation. So, we got a lot of work, everybody, in front of us. I think we can do it. I am so proud of my veterans, and I'm proud to be a member of this veteran family. And, you know, when I first joined, my mom wasn't very happy with me. And she was scared, I think, but we didn't have money back in them days like we do today for grants and for education, for scholarships. So I joined the military so I could get trained and to get some money so I could get my way through pre-med school. I got a fair shake with Uncle Sam. And I have no regrets of any of my service time. Yes, it was hard and it requires discipline. And some of these young bucks who think their SHIT don't stink and they're real tough guys, let's send them to boot camp and see how tough they are. Physically, emotionally, mentally, socially. And then we'll see. Because when they go, they come back disciplined. And there's no way we can do that here. So I encourage a lot of young men and women to join the service and become a contributing member to our nation, an honorable one, and not take the road to drugs and scamming. And we got a population of young people, they just don't want to work. They're scared to work because they can live off their grandma, off their mom, and be a little basement warrior on drugs, selling to other enrolled members, and putting up with crime and overdose. It's not acceptable anymore. I'm on the rampage on this, you guys. I really am, because I'm tired of it. I see it. 18 years in the ER, and now as a tribal leader, all the overdose deaths, all the things that we're doing, and we're not even hardly making a dent. because it starts at home with the parents and the kids. It's not to blame the schools. It's not to blame, well, you don't have enough DEA officers. You know, Jerry just interviewed me, and I told him a story. I'm gonna tell this story to you guys too. There were 3 sisters. They were standing by a lake or stream, and this baby come floating down the stream. Gee, that first sister, she jumped in and she grabbed that baby, and I'm gonna save this baby. And while she was coming ashore, more babies started coming down. So the second sister said, I'm gonna teach these babies how to swim. And she was trying to teach babies how to swim, and the third sister took off running. So those other 2 sisters said, hey, where are you going? She said, I'm gonna go upstream and find out why these babies are in this stream. This is called prevention. I've struggled with it in medicine all my life. I've always been on the back end of it. We can't get on the front end of prevention to make our people healthy. And we're way behind on this drugs, on war. We're patchworking a huge laceration with little band-aids to try to stop the bleed, and it isn't working. And so veterans are a part of that. Their service to others in need, and we have a lot of them. And I, for one, am committed to trying to help whatever way and capacity that I can. And my fellow servicemen to help me out with it, because they understand service. They understand the need, and they understand that the Lord will come first, our families come second, and service to others, because they have already fought for the freedoms of our people. And they are carrying on a long hundreds and hundreds of years of tradition that our great-great-great-grandmas and grandfathers already fulfilled. And it's our obligation to do so now. And so with that being said, yes, I fully intend to run and get the 3rd term so we can carry that out, because my biggest vision I have is not only to help and serve others and stop this war on drugs so our young, 2 generations from now, we know what alcoholism does to our people. They end up with FAS children, fetal alcohol syndrome children, who don't have an IQ higher of 60. We don't know what this fentanyl and this meth and all these hydrocodone pills do, long-term effects, but I'll tell you what, it ain't gonna be good. Because right now we're seeing 4 and 5-year-olds with dyslexia, they're having dysfunction in school, they're having behavioral problems, they're having learning disabilities. We keep this up and we don't help out. In about 2 generations, we'll have a whole bunch of knucklehead Indians up here. And I'm scared. So I'm asking all servicemen to step forward. Let's help them out and protect our young against this war on them right now. It's not an easy war, believe me, I know, firsthand experience. But I'm confident that we can help out. And that's why I asked Tila to be here too, as part of that war. Charity is part of that war, all of us working together. So with that being said, I do want to say happy Valentine's to all of our veterans that are here, and to those that aren't veterans, happy Valentine's Day. Remember, the Great Spirit and the Lord are first, that our families are second, and our service to others, especially the MHA Nation, to help us sustain, to help us preserve our sovereignty and our way of life within the country, within the nation. And so with that, I'm going to say God bless everybody. I'm so glad you came out. We didn't have a big crowd, but that's okay. I'm not about big crowds. I mean, I just wished I had a bunch of chocolates so we could all, I'm a diabetic, we could all have chocolates and have our sugars go up high, but I didn't have any today. So I do appreciate, my first election, I was the first woman to ever be elected in the North Segment, ever in the history of the tribe. My second one, I landslided it in the primary. Nobody's ever done that in North Segment because it's too big. And when we win this third term, we'll be the first person to ever win 3 consecutive terms in North Segment because it's never been done. We're too big. And so I'm just saying, I appreciate your support. I try to support you back. And I fully intend to, for those of you that know me, I'm a ball player. I like to win. I don't like to lose. I don't care who it is. I'm going to give you my best, all-out competition during the campaign. And I'll do it clean. So I'm looking forward to your support, and I will continue to support you. We do have an $85 million community center that's going up, state-of-the-art, pool, event center, elders meals, elders with a greenhouse so we can grow our own corn, beans, and squash. The Family Fun Center on Main there will open up here next month, maybe within or so. And we have a lot of projects right now that I'm working on. And I'm just trying to make it better for North Segment because our payroll here is $3.6 million every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, $3.6 million. Vast majority leaves the reservation to Minot, Bismarck, Williston, and Dickinson. Or wherever they go, Las Vegas or whatever. But our dollar doesn't circulate here. And people say to us Indians, my father, when I was 18, told me a story about when a white man makes a business, all his friends and family buy from him so that he can be successful. But when an Indian opens up a business, all his family and friends are so jealous and envious, they're like crabs in a bucket, that he fails every single time. And I never understood that until just about 5 years ago. And I told my staff, we're gonna prove my dad wrong. That's why I opened up the businesses we did on Main. And number 2, I don't like anybody, especially a white man, sticking their finger in my face and saying, you Indians don't pay your bills when we can. And so we've established a good line of credibility, credit with all the vendors in North Segment. And to let them know that, hey, we can do business. I can at least try to circulate our dollar bills once or twice. A good economy is like 5 times, but right now we are not circulating hardly anything, except at the casino. So, but it's gonna take another term, guys, to let me finish some of these projects, but my ultimate goal is, and I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag because I'm going for it, is the new Elbow Woods Hospital ER with a nursing home, assisted living, 2 group homes connected to it. And I got the site, I got the location, I got the money, I got the support, and I'm gonna make it happen. Whether I get reelected or not, it doesn't matter to me. Because everybody, from a newborn to an elder, veterans included, all need better services and quality care, regardless of what color you are here in Newtown North Segment. So, with that being said, God bless everybody. I was gonna make this short here, I got off on a tangent. God bless everybody, and thank you for coming out and supporting our veterans. We have another gig on Friday, but it's for women veterans on Friday, so hopefully you guys can come on out. We're gonna be honoring some of those elder women veterans on Friday afternoon. I think that's 11 to 1, I think, at the Veterans Building. So thank you very much.